Part of the things I saw in Hebrews 11 was that people made sacrifices. Some sacrificed even their lives strategically just to fulfill God's agenda. So some of us do strategic giving or sacrificial giving. It's strategic. It's because of revelation. People around may not understand, but the results will show later. I have been amused by the arguments over tithes. Amused. So I said, fine, okay, let's check it out in the New Testament. Let's check it out in the New Testament, okay? Let's start from Acts of the Apostles. So what kind of giving did they do? I said, we should be ashamed of ourselves that it is tithe that we're arguing over. Tithe is kindergarten business in the school of giving. Tithing, 10%. People sold their lives, their houses, their lands. It was 100%. What did Ananias and Sapphira die over? It wasn't tithe. They weren't in line over tithe. It was because they were pretending they gave 100% when it was less than 100%. Obviously, what they gave was even more than 10%. And we are arguing over tithe. Leave me alone. I'm out of that kind of discussion or argument. Leave me alone. So, it's when you have revelation, you'll do 100%. Stop quibbling over nothing. So some of us are going to make investments now that will earn you billions in a few years' time.
So the tithing has been taken out.
The tithing has been taken out.
For the reason that what? It is unrighteous?
But no, for the reason that there's a legalism in it. That legalism is what Jesus took out. But there are lessons from the tithe. Romans chapter 15 verse 4 tells us.
I need to break that down. Yes. The legalism of the tithe is what
has
Jesus
been taken
took
away.
That if you don't pay the tithe, you don't
You're
get
under
this.
A curse.
That if you don't do this, you don't get this.
That
has been taken out. Whatever the tithe provides,
yes,
you can get it without tithing.
Whatever the tithe, sure,
yes,
you can get it from
whatever
God.
They told you, the promises that they gave you,
get it from God without tithing.
Without tithing, you don't need to tithe for that.
Yes.
Okay. However, if you tithe, there's nothing wrong with it.
No, there's nothing wrong with the tithe.
Okay.
Nothing is wrong with tithing.
But you won't get anything out of it.
Tithing is just 10% now. So why do we tithe?
Well, in my church, they talk about first fruits, which they call the New Testament tithe.
I'm coming to
which can be more than 10%.
I'm coming to the first fruits. Yeah. Now, so what is tithe? 10th. If people under the blood,
because that's the Moses law.
Yes,
that's so we want to go beyond that.
Now, in the New Testament, we don't percent. There's no percentage for the believer.
It's from your heart.
But there's generosity.
Yes.
You give from your heart. As a man has proposed in his heart, so let him.
So you're saying don't ask the congregation to give tithe, but encourage them to give to the church.
Oh, sure. Those are the lessons from the tithe. Romans chapter 15 verse 4. What things were taught are for? They were taught for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So the question will be this: what was the tithe used for?
Yes.
Number one, it was used to support the house of God.
Correct.
Number two, it was used to support the Levites.
Yes.
Number three, it was used to support the strangers, the orphans, and the widows.
Still the same.
So in the New Testament, why do we give? We give to support the work of God.
Absolutely.
Why do we give? We give to support the man of God.
Yeah.
Why do we give? We give to support the poor, the widows, and the orphans in the church.
Correct.
But in the New Testament, there's no legalism attached to it. Moreover, if people under the blood of bulls and goats were giving 10%, how much more a man under the blood of Christ?
To give more.
So generosity.
That's what the first fruit
much more giving. No, the first fruit is not.
So you are not against tithing after all, Abel Damina?
No, I'm not. I don't. You see, let people not. Just,
but if you Google Abel Damina now, they say you're against tithing.
Let them not run away with social media hypes and bloggers who are looking for views and followings.
Oh, I
see. When people listen to me, they need to go to my YouTube channel and get the complete message.
I see.
If people can just patiently follow what I teach, most of the impressions people have about me, they will throw it away.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that, because any Google search of Abel Damina will tell you that here's a man who's against tithing. So I was surprised.
Because bloggers who are looking for following and views.
So do you have a period in your church where they say it's tithing time? Bring your envelope.
We don't have tithing in our church. We ask people to give generously.
So how many offerings do you take during the service?
We give like 2 offerings
during the service.
Yes,
which is the same for many churches.
Yeah, 2 offerings. One offering is the offering we give in honor of the word of God to enable us to do more for the kingdom. And then the second offering are the offerings we give for bills to be paid, TV, broadcast, radio, and all of that, basically.